a question for everybody. Did you find a nice puzzle? Yeah? Yeah? And you're taking home as many as you can fit in the suitcase, right? Yeah. Well, I asked that question because I found a puzzle maker. And I found this puzzle maker, I found the puzzle made by this person in New Hampshire. I was with my daughter and we were just wandering around, went into a gift shop, and there was this lovely puzzle there. And I bought it, because you know I have lots of puzzles. Anyway, her business card was on it, and I looked her up, and lo and behold, she came from the Czech Republic. Well, I remembered this, I loved her work. I think I managed to find one or two on eBay, and I got those as well. I'll bet everybody. And we did a trip to, Prague was one of the cities we went to. So, in the main street of Prague, one of the main drives, is this little shop, and it's a little puzzle shop. I went in and I saw her puzzles. Now, I was hoping to meet her. I go in there, and I had learned, Dobry večer? Dobry den. Good morning. Good morning. And I was, oh, there's the lady, I can speak to her. No, she was busy at home packing because she was going to leave, so we missed one another. So close, right? Anyway, to make a long story short, I continued to correspond with her, and through the Armstrong grant and through a lot of work from Kata, we have gotten her over here, so I'd like to turn over to Kata Kissoczy to talk about her puzzles and her art. Kata?
Okay, so I would like to thank Melinda, Bob, and all the organization which invited me for this event. And I would like to apologize also to you all that my English is a little bit, I call it like kitchen English, so you know, sometimes the grammar is not perfect.
A lot better than our Czech.
That's true. And I speak Hungarian, but not, okay. So this is me. My name is Kata Kissoczy. And maybe there will be more pictures than I talk. So I wanted to tell you the story how I invented the puzzles. This is year 84, when I finished the Art Academy in Prague, and one day I painted a puzzle on my face, and so this was somehow when the idea of puzzling came out. And that time, partly my father took a big part on it because he brought me a machine, a jigsaw, and 2 big sheets of plywood. And I didn't know what I said. You are crazy, why are you bringing me plywood? You know, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And then slowly first I thought I will make a belt from faces. And then I got the idea that 2 faces can be connected. And then later you will see what else happened. So this is my CV, where I'm saying that I studied at applied art in Bratislava, because originally I'm from Czechoslovakia. I was living in a part in Slovakia, but I studied in Czech part. And after the changes in the 89 and later it switched to 2 countries, but I'm still like the boat, so I'm from Czechoslovakia. So in the beginning of the 80s, after my school, I opened a workshop, and I started to work with puzzles and different types of art and people. And I'm doing this till now. What is with the puzzles? I made it more black. So this is that 84, I founded my own studio and workshop. Then I took a part of many exhibitions in Germany, and also since 99, I used to come to New York gift fair in Javits Center. So I did this for like 9 years, each year twice. For New York, the coldest and warmest time, it was always in January or August. So, and my son is here with me, and he said, now this week when we were in New York, so it was so hot, and he said that's the only way how he knew New York hot, because I took only in August. I was here also in January, but then there was a school. So in 95, I got some award from Germany, a Bavarian Golden State Prize for collection of puzzles. So this was one of the highest I got in with the puzzles. So you are the second that you invited me here. So, and I have my works in galleries. Yeah. And if you want to write down my Instagram, email, and so it's also on my table. So I took the puzzles quite serious, so I didn't do only small puzzles, but also like large puzzles. So I'm lying here on a puzzle. Yeah, here, this is the next part where I will try to show you how I invented the cuttings and the shapes of the puzzles. Because when I started with this belt, then I found out that each piece which I cut, I can connect with the other one. And also how the pieces are following what I'm drawing, so it can go to far. Yeah. So this is how it looks in real. And when I'm cutting with saw, I don't need the drawing. I just draw with the cutting. And I heard yesterday that also here you like to use a Hegner jigsaw machine. I also have this Hegner machine. You will see next slide. The machine is from Germany, and they call it's like Mercedes in the sauce. So here I'm cutting freehand different type of animals.
And the video is not faster. It's actually speed.
Yeah, it's going slowly, and because during since the 80s, I had, and most in let's say after 99 till 2010, I really did a lot of puzzles. So, but I had helpers, cutters, so I didn't do everything alone. It's not possible. But I paint the puzzles. And this is cutting something else, I think hands. Because for me it's very important that each piece means something, that each piece is a different animal, or each piece is a different hand, face, or a body, a person, or something like that. So so each shape means something. Yeah, here, and then I paint it also a little bit slower. But it's true that I was sitting each evening and painting and watching the TV and painting, and then friends invited me to go to a bar, and I also took the puzzles with there, and I was still painting and painting and painting. Here I wanted just to show that somebody asked me to make a custom puzzle, like about Prague view and the bridge. So the first one is a drawing, the middle one is it's already cut it. No, I did a mistake. Okay. Sorry, I wanted to show. Here is the castle. This is the bridge. I don't know if you visited Prague, there is a Charles Bridge, and then you can see it here better than with and the people swimming in the water and or are here on the sky. So here you can see more the different shapes of the puzzles. Like this is a deer, face, hand, snake, a dog or something. I never did a lecture or a speech like this, so this is first time. So maybe next time I will do it. Faces. So so this is a puzzle from figures, bodies, and I have one more thing that you can also hang the puzzle on the wall. There are 4 small parts on the sides, which like one here, here, and down, and that holds the whole thing on the plate, and you can hang it. And the moment you turn the puzzle to you, then it fell apart. Faces, hands. So I made a line like a small, medium, large, round puzzle, and then I have we'll see later other types of puzzles. So these are animals. And so it's a similar cutting, but each one hand painted. And also the cutting is, even if I didn't cut it, I asked some people and they did the work for me. Because I found out that if I pay the laser cut, it's same expensive as I pay a person. And it's probably better, nicer to pay somebody and he have money from the cutting than the machine. Here, this one is a little bit looks like a pizza, but we just want to show that one part is with faces, here hands, bodies, and animals. This is black and white puzzle. This is actually more difficult than the colored one because it's only white and then you can't find the connection between the colors. And I got the inspiration from a famous artist, Dubuffet, from his sculptures because I like to make sculptures too. So this was the eye puzzle and an old one from faces. So I realized that I can make puzzle from really different pieces where each one represents something like eye, body, or this is a kiss from faces and bodies in the middle. And I got the idea because of my name, Kissoczy. There is kiss too. Sorry. Oh, no.
Oh, it's good. Click.
Hearts, and now something is coming. Yeah, this I used to do because when I cut in the circles, so there was a lot of rest from the plywood. I'm using birch plywood because of the white texture and white color, which is white, and then it's very easy to paint it with inks. So these are different faces, each one is completely different. Don't want.
Try it again.
Huh?
Might have to wait for it.
Maybe it needs to be finished.
Swing really slow.
Maybe now. No. So these are like special puzzle pieces, like bigger one, more art pieces, which also I cut them. Not only painted from me, but also I did the cutting. This one I have on my table. Or a face from faces. These guys are, because I wanted to show the history of Prague. These are kind of golems, old Prague golem. One is made from hands, faces, bodies, and this one only from bodies, people. And these pieces are bigger than the small round section. Nose for people. And here I wanted to show, I made also this kind of mirrors, but these are not puzzles, but the cutting, how the plywood is made and cut it's like a puzzle, but it's glued together, so you can open and close the window, the windows of the mirror. These puzzles I'm calling floor puzzles. So these are puzzles without boards. We will see soon. These are the high puzzles. It's like a large puzzle, like large floor puzzle. It's the same one like I was lying on it. So it's 1.5 meter by 1.5 meter. I don't know it in inches.
It's like 5 feet.
5 feet? Okay. Yeah. This is how the floor puzzle, how you play with the puzzle. And again and again. Here are some photos from I took a part of different gift art fairs from 92 till 1809. Mostly I was in Germany, so I spent like in these years, like I counted together like 1 year in Germany in these 10 years to doing different shows. And I also came then to, this is the New York gift fair in Javits Center. This is what I was talking, that I took my son always in August. It was very difficult I didn't have much money that time, and it was difficult because you normally have to buy walls. And there is normally only a construction, and I use this, I don't know the name of it, it's like some rubber gums you use for a car or wrapping, and I needed them to be, that I was able to hang the mirrors there, because otherwise like everything went through this carton, so. Yeah. But it went quite well, and I got a little bit known here also.
You had a whole system for it.
Yeah. So these are the stores which I had in Prague. This was my first small shop. It was very nice because it had these big windows and the space inside was very small, so it was quite cheap to pay the rent. This is in the inside, and this is the store where Melinda was looking for me, this one. But I was nearly never there. I had students working for me, selling my puzzles, so only, but later I had there an announcing that if they want to meet me, they have to call me and I come. Here I wanted to show that I don't do only puzzles, but I went through other art. This is silk screen print made on a base of puzzle, so it can be a puzzle too. It's like a universe. Once it was an order for a hotel, like a big painting, but it was first cut it like pieces, and then I painted and glued it together and displayed it on the wall. Or this kind of wooden sculpture, which it was possible to open and close it, like you could have spring, summer, and autumn. And this is the nearly end of the presentation. It is what I'm doing now. I'm looking for rest pieces from laser cutting where they cut steel, and these separate small pieces I just found by accident. So, and I had like 9 boxes filled with these different pieces, and I wanted that from each box I make a face. So, and this is what it came out from the boxes. So I didn't make a drawing, nothing, only I was putting the pieces together and welded. And you can also move the sculpture like it's two-sided. This is the other. So I find out that I can make a puzzle from everything nearly. And this is the last one. Now I'm running a sculpture garden in Bratislava, and I'm doing a kind of sculpture symposium where I'm inviting different artists from world, and during 10 days everybody is doing or making a sculpture and then display it in the garden. So this is it. Thank you.